Section 1 of Incidents of Travel in Central America, Chiapas and Yucatan, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Sue Anderson. Incidents of Travel in Central America, Chiapas and Yucatan, Volume 1, by John Lloyd Stephens. Section 1, Preface. The author is indebted to Mr. Van Buren, late President of the United States, for the opportunity of presenting to the public the following pages. He considers it proper to say that his diplomatic appointment was for a specific purpose not requiring a residence at the capital, and the object of his mission being fulfilled or failing, he was at liberty to travel. At the time of his arrival in Central America, that country was distracted by a sanguinary civil war, which resulted during his sojourn there in the entire prostration of the federal government. By the protection and facilities afforded by his official character, he was enabled to accomplish what otherwise would have been impossible. His work embraces a journey of nearly 3,000 miles in the interior of Central America, Chiapas, and Yucatan, including visits to 8 ruined cities, with full illustrations from drawings taken on the spot by Mr. Catherwood. Its publication has been delayed on account of the engravings, but on one consideration the author does not regret the delay. Late intelligence from Central America enables him to express the belief that the state of anarchy in which he has represented that beautiful country no longer exists. The dark clouds which hung over it have passed away. Civil war has ceased, and Central America may be welcomed back among republics. New York, May, 1841. Chapter 1. Departure, the Voyage, Arrival at Belize, Mixing of Colors, Government House, Colonel MacDonald, Origin of Belize, Negro Schools, Scene in a Courtroom, Law without Lawyers, the Barracks, Excursion in a Pit-Pan, A Beginning of Honors, Honors Accumulating, Departure from Belize, Suites of Office. Being entrusted by the President with a special confidential mission to Central America, on Wednesday, the 3rd of October, 1839, I embarked on board the British brig Mary Ann, Hampton, master, for the Bay of Honduras. The brig was lying in the North River, with her anchor apeak and sails loose, and in a few minutes, in company with a large whaling ship bound for the Pacific, we were under way. It was before 7 o'clock in the morning. The streets and wharves were still. The battery was desolate, and at the moment of leaving it on a voyage of uncertain duration seemed more beautiful than I had ever known it before. Opposite the quarantine ground, a few friends who had accompanied me on board left me. In an hour the pilot followed. At dusk the dark outline of the highlands of Neversink was barely visible, and the next morning we were fairly at sea. My only fellow passenger was Mr. Catherwood, an experienced traveler and personal friend, who had passed more than 10 years of his life in diligently studying the antiquities of the Old World, and whom, as one familiar with the remains of ancient architectural greatness, I engaged, immediately on receiving my appointment, to accompany me in exploring the ruins of Central America. Hurried on by a strong northeaster, on the 9th we were within the region of the trade winds, on the 10th within the tropics, and on the 11th, with the thermometer at 80 degrees, but a refreshing breeze, we were moving gently between Cuba and Santo Domingo, with both in full sight. For the rest, after 18 days of boisterous weather, drenched with tropical rains, on the 29th we were driven inside the lighthouse reef, and, avoiding altogether the regular pilot ground, at midnight reached St. George's Bay,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?